came here in the US, it was really hard being a single mother and at the same time wearing a father's hat. Yeah, being a mother, a father, and then working and everything else. So it was a roller coaster ride. It's really an advantage for me to be stable right away. However, of course, hindi naman kaagad ka makakahanap ng trabaho, right? So if you're gonna ask me kung ano yung una kong trabaho rito, you'll be surprised because no one would believe that gagawin ko yon from being like, a celebrity in the Philippines to.
So let's get started. So I know you told me that you are from Manila, Philippines, and then you moved to the States, specifically California, 11 years ago. So what brought you to California?
Every time they ask me that, I go back to that memory lane where it all started when the dark night of the soul happened. I don't know if you're aware or like if you've heard this before. Let's say sabihin na lang natin na nag-rock bottom ako doon. So maybe some of you already know, like familiar yung face ko. But in the Philippines, I used to be an actress and a singer. I won in a beauty contest in the Philippines in Itbulaga, the beautiful girl during 1990s. And it all started yung career ko sa show business. And then but then at the age of 19, out of wedlock, I got pregnant. And that wasn't really the dark night of the soul. I kind of like chose that path because for some reason I love kids and me having baby at a very young age, it's very challenging. However, I was able to pursue still my career. And so it was like it's a good life. Then I had another two children. I have another two children who are two boys. Um, and I think it was 2015 when, yes, I believe it was 2015 when I actually had to go through the dark night of the soul. I kind of like was forced. I was forced to actually come over here. And, I asked God, like, God, what is happening here? I have no offers in the Philippines. Like, I used to, like, literally, walang offer. Like, pagising ko, walang singing engagement, walang um, uh, guesting, nothing. And then during that time, I really had a bad situation also with the father of my children. So nagkaroon ako ng financial problems. And then I strive so hard to really like keep up with a very comfortable life. Yeah. So I tried my very best to really like live a life where my children are very comfortable. I was besides from being a teenage mom, I was a single mom at a very young age, like 28 years old. And so it was very challenging. But then my inspiration and my focus that time is to really help my children. So when the dark night of the soul happened, I had no choice but to really like focus kung ano yung makakabuti sa mga kids, what will be the best for my children. So my children and I talked about it. We had a meeting and they even the one who packed my stuff, my things, my clothes, and really like give me the blessing like, mom, I know your intention and your intention is to really take good care of us and to set us up to be successful. And I'm glad that my partner is already here. And so she's the one who helped me kind of like get stable here in California. And it was kind of like somehow uh, easy but not easy. You know what I mean? Like I'm very blessed that I have a home, I have someone that I can lean on to. She became like really a very big part of my successful life here in California. I do have families here. My sister is in North Carolina. My brother is in San Diego. But I'm not the type of person kasi who would, like ask for help. However, of course, family is family. And so my family actually gave me such a beautiful support, and talagang sobrang strong yung naging samahan ba yun, or like yung suportahan. That's when I
Mm-hmm.
truly felt like family is number one. So when
Mm-hmm.
I now came here in the US, it was really hard being a single mother and at the same time wearing a father's hat. Yeah, being a mother, a father, and then like, working and everything else. So it was a roller coaster ride. However, I see things differently. Instead of, Christy, sometimes when you're in the dark night of the soul, it's either dalawa lang eh. You got two choices eh. Either be comfortable with feeling in that very challenging situation, the darkness, or get up and get out and
Right,
start,
exactly.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
that actually gave me an inspiration to rise above the situation.
Mm.
I know, I can go on and on and on and on. But of course, I want to give you a chance to ask questions. But yeah, so that
Yes, I have a lot of questions now that you told me your history.
so that became like my major inspiration and reason why I'm here. It's because I
Mm.
chose to give my children a chance to live a very comfortable life kasi they have dreams. So
Right.
nag-aaral sila sa LaSalle. So yung isa is International School for Culinary. So I don't want to deprive them, or ayoko yung it is my responsibility to take care of my children. Let's just put it that
Mm.
way. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, wow. So when you entered the States, were you petitioned by somebody or did you come to the States on a vacation visa or fiancé visa?
No, 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 no. I have a working visa. Yeah, I have a work. I
Mm,
In the beginning I already have like tourist visa, and then I was able to get a working visa. So
nice.
I know it's really an advantage for me to be stable right away. However, of course, hindi naman kaagad ka makakahanap ng trabaho,
Right. Mm-mm.
right?
Mm-mm.
So if you're gonna ask me kung ano yung una kong trabaho rito, you'll be surprised because no one would believe that gagawin ko yon from being like, a celebrity in the Philippines to like being a cleaning lady. I did that. Yeah, so
Mm.
talagang naglinis ako ng bahay ng mga tao dito. Pumupunta ako sa San Francisco. Dala-dala ko yung mga ano ko, yung mga cleaning stuff
Cleaning
ko,
supplies.
naglag
Mm.
cleaning supplies ko. Nagdala pa ako ng may pagka-OCD kasi ako, ayokong gamitin yung mga gamit nila kasi hindi malinis.
Mm.
So anyway,
True.
so ang ginawa ko is nilagay ko pa sa maleta ko yung vacuum, yung walis, I have walis tingting, may walis tambo ako, tapos meron akong may mga pine sol akong ganyan. I kid you not. Alam nyo, ginawa ko yun. I did that. And then, I had to ride dun sa BART na hindi ako marunong kasi hindi pa ako nagde-drive that time. Takot ako mag-drive. So, I have to endure and really, like, to be honest, enjoy it at the same time.
Mm.
Kasi parang for me, it's a very, like, humbling. And I never thought of it like as if it's like a masamang panaginip or like, oh my God, what happened to me? Yung ego ko. No, my focus that time is that no, I have to take good care of the kids. And then kinocompute ko pa kung magkano yung binabayad sa akin. Like, kinocompute ko dun sa kung magkano yung exchange, right?
Mm-mm.
Yung currency. And I'm like, oh my God, imagine $35 per hour.
Well, actually, being a housekeeper, a house cleaner here in the States, for the most part, it's a normal job for the people here in the States and hindi siya minamaliit. Alam mo 'yun? I think
Yes.
sa atin lang naman sa Pilipinas ang maraming judgmental, eh, 'di ba, na kapag may nakita kang janitor, 'di ba, parang, "Ay, hindi nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral. Ay, waitress, ay
Oo.
katulong, 'di nakapagtapos ng ano,
Oo.
ng pag-aaral. Pero dito walang gano'n
Oo.
na judgment, eh. And actually yung mga blue collar jobs pa nga ang malaki ang sahod, eh, 'di ba? Kaysa sa mga
Correct.
nagwo-work sa office. So, dito talaga sa States walang ano, walang judgment kung ano yung klaseng trabaho ang meron ka, 'di ba? As long as marangal and you're not stepping on, other people, 'di ba? So and that's a very humbling experience, 'di ba? And
Yes.
your purpose kasi for going, to the States is to provide for your family, right? And when you have a
Yes.
purpose in your life, walang pili-pili, 'di ba? Na parang
Yes.
mamimili ka pa ba, eh, may opportunity na sa harapan mo. And I love what you said
Correct.
as well earlier na you didn't wanna stay there because you had a goal. And it's okay not
Yeah.
to start in that situation, but it's also important that you have a
Yeah.
goal for yourself. And that's what
Yes.
you did exactly, right? Now you have your own business. So, habang nagwo-work ka, as a cleaning lady or whatever you wanna call it, nakakapagpadala ka naman sa Pilipinas. Is it enough?
In the beginning, it's not. Hindi
Hmm.
talaga enough yon, 'di ba? Like 35 per hour and then you only can clean like what, 2 hours sa isang bahay, right?
And then
So,
very
what
physical 'no, nakakapagod din.
yeah, and then talagang umaakyat ka talaga sa matataas na hagdanan. San
Hmm,
Francisco, it's a
mm.
very like matarik sila eh. So, there's so many like, to be honest with you, more than the sad stories, maraming funny and good stories behind
Mm,
that. And what I love when I was like doing my job as a cleaning lady was that my clients were so very happy. Sabi nila,
hmm.
Jenny, anong ginagawa mo sa bahay namin? Bakit ang gaan-gaan ng energy? Bakit ang bango-bango? Bakit ang linis niya? Bakit iba pag ikaw yung naglilinis kaysa dun sa iba? So what they did is that imbis na once a month or twice a month, once a week.
Wow.
So and then hanggang sa dumami ng dumami ng dumami na hanggang sa nire-refer na nila ako. But then like I said, I have a goal. Hindi po pwedeng
Hmm,
ganun lang yung hanggang sa naging 65 per hour, ganun hanggang sa lumalaki na siya. And then
mm.
so, like I said, yun nga, I manifested yung sa caregiving naman because yung partner ko, nagkaroon siya ng care home for years. And so, when I was visiting her here, ano lang yon like, nagpupunta kami doon. I was with my mom pa nga at that time. My dad was here. So, binivisit namin siya doon sa care home niya. And then, it was fun. So, nagkaroon ako ng idea about like taking care of other people. I didn't expect na, oh, okay pala 'to, easy pala 'to. And then yung nurturing energy ko nagagamit ko pa. So, as a caregiver naman, good thing I have a friend na who really like supported me as well and gave me an opportunity na mag-start as a caregiver. So it all started there. So una parang 180 per day hanggang sa I manifested one client of mine and I said I want this client na mabait yung pamilya that who would really love me and treat me as their family. So to make the long story short, I was able to manifest that person. And that person unfortunately, that she died, but she's really like my breakthrough. She's my manifestation. She's my best friend, and
Hmm.
she's like my mother. And to be honest, lahat naman ng naging pasyente ko or naging client ko, they're very kind and loving to me. Wala ako talagang na-experience na naging masama yung trato sa akin. So it
Hmm.
was like a good experience. Wala akong na-experience na sinaktan ako or anything like that. However, again, nagstay ako as a caregiver for 2 years, and that was like from 2016 to 2015 to 2018. And then before the pandemic, I already like started like doing studying like Reiki, studying life coaching, studying some of the things that just comes in like, okay, ano ba tong mga curious ako, or should I study this or should I learn this, hanggang sa nagkaroon na ako ng mga certifications, nagkaroon na ako ng license. So
Nice.
kumbaga nagle-level up ka talaga like
Mm.
I wanted it so bad na ang goal ko is makatulong sa ibang tao, but it really nagkaroon ako ng awakening when I was taking care of that elderly.
Wow.
Dun sa mga
That is
elderlies.
That is such a blessing, 'di ba, na to be able to
Mm.
achieve your goals. And then how about nung paglipat mo, did you experience any homesickness? And then were you able to build your own community there na like kasi sa San Francisco ang daming mga Pinoy diyan, 'di ba? Sobrang daming Pinoy diyan.
Yeah.
Was it easy for you to build a Filipino community or nakahanap ka ba ng mga Filipino friends mo diyan?
Yeah. So, yung first, few years ko, wala kasi nag-focus ako sa ano, work. Wala akong
Hmm,
mga kaibigan, may kakilala pero wala talagang mga kaibigan hanggang
mm.
sa one day, siguro mga like 2 years, 3 years na, I told my partner like, "Hey, alam mo parang kailangan na natin ng kaibigan." Yeah, talking about like homesick 'no, maybe kaya ako naghanap ng kaibigan is because na homesick ako. But to be honest with you, sobrang ano, yung mga kids ko kasi like we always communicate, we always talk to each other. So, for me, I had to swallow yung loneliness. I had to swallow yung pagiging
Hmm.
homesick ko eh. Hindi ko siya puwedeng i-priority eh. Hindi ako puwedeng ma-depress, hindi ako puwedeng ma-sad kasi my kids needs my strength more than I need my own strength. So, nag-focus ako dun sa ano 'to, sa mga bata na, "Okay God, you know what? I'm very comfortable and I'm very confident. I'm very okay with this situation for now that I really have to take good care of my children. However, God," I told God, "if there's anything, mas anak mo yan kaysa sa akin. I'm only a caretaker dito sa mundong 'to."
Exactly, mm.
So tinanggal ni God yung fear ko about like thinking about worries like, "Kawawa na may mga anak ko, nag-pandemic, paano na sila? Wala ako, sino mag-aalaga?" Mind you, Christy, I'm obsessed with my children. When I was in the Philippines, I was so obsessed na talagang kahit malaki na sila, nandun sila sa kwarto ko natutulog.
Baby mo pa rin
At
sila.
saka yes, at saka ganyan din sila sa akin. So, kumbaga parang it's very, very, very challenging for me na mawala ako sa kanila, especially when they need me. Paano yun wala ako? Who's gonna take care of them? So sila din, di
Mm.
ba? So I really made it a point that my children are you strong spiritually, energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally. Dasal lang ako talaga ng dasal.
What would you say your biggest struggle, um, overall, and how were you able to overcome it, being a Filipino in the States?
Okay, so this is gonna be hard to swallow. But the same yung fellow Filipinos mo that who will actually
Oh,
judge you. Yeah.
that's
And
really
that's so
sad.
true. Yeah. I experienced like, uy, artista ka na. Bakit ka, nandito? Bakit ka ay, ano nangyari? Bakit nagpakatulong ka na lang, ganyan? Or, ba't ka nag-aalaga ng matanda? Nagtagahugas ka ng puwet? It was a joke. It was a joke. But you know that it's not a joke.
Hmm,
Yeah, and it's degrading. And so, I have to answer them. Sinasagot ko na, like, hindi, when you're going through the dark night of the soul, hindi ka pipili ng kahit ano pang trabahong i-present sa'yo ngayon. The opportunities, you have to take advantage of that opportunities as long as you have good intentions. So, hindi kasi ako tipo ng tao na babarahin kita or like tipong i-babash din kita. So, I
mm,
let them be. But then I turn around.
mhm.
I leave the group. Iiwanan ko yan. Iniwanan ko yan.
Filipinos that are here in the States or in the Philippines? Here in the
Here.
States, yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, before even coming to the States, my friends actually told me that iwas-iwas sa mga Pinoy. Parang may mga babalang ganyan eh. Iwas ka sa mga Pinoy kasi nga
I
crab
know.
mentality, sila pa yung mga
Yeah.
makaka
Yeah.
makakaaway mo or
Oo.
something. And so actually, even now, I don't have much Filipino friends. Unang-una, wala naman
Yeah.
masyadong Pinoy dito sa Ohio. And then may mga nami-meet ako pero 'pag alam kong hindi kami magka-vibes, lalayo na
Oo.
ako kasi, ano ko,
Yeah,
kailangan pareho kaming may nabibigay na value sa isa't isa, eh. 'Di ba gano'n
correct.
naman 'yun, 'di
Oo.
ba,
Yeah,
in a relationship. Kasi we're not
yeah,
for everybody naman, 'di ba? So,
yeah.
it's just sad nga na may mga ganiyang tao din and then sometimes
Oo.
din may mga naririnig ako na story na Filipinos, especially, women when they're together, payabangan like, "Uy, may nabili akong ganito," and then yung isa naman, "Ay, ako rin last week ganito." Alam mo 'yun, pataasan ng ere, 'di ba? So, yun, so far
Oo.
hindi ko pa siya na-experience pero a lot of Filipinos na na-meet ko dito, they did not want to become a part of a Filipino community because of that. But I'm sure hindi naman lahat. I'm sure may mga Filipino community
Yes.
naman na okay, you just really have
I was gonna
to
say,
find the right
yes.
community. So how
Yes,
did
I
you
was gonna
handle it?
say. Okay, I was gonna say nga na hindi naman lahat kasi after
Mm,
that incident, I learned my lesson. So now I have a lot of Filipino friends here. Now you'll be surprised. There are doctors, nurses, sari-sari silang mga ano, and they're so humble. I think it's
mm,
just really a matter of like choosing your friends. Hindi lahat ng Filipino masama. If there's anything that I can truly say is that they're very supportive sa'yo.
mm,
But yes, nasa sa tao eh. I think hindi lang dahil Filipino eh, or
mm,
Mexican ka, or like
mm.
American ka, or like Russian ka. It's not about that. I think it's about really like how you are as a person.
As a
You know,
human
how you
being.
are as a person. Yeah.
Mm,
But they truly understand what you're saying. Like, totoo yun. Like, meron talagang payabangan and everything. Pero hindi lang din yun nangyayari sa mga Filipinos.
mm,
Marami ding nangyayari dito na mga Mexican sila. And, you know, they're doing the same thing to their kapwa fellow Mexicans, fellow to. But at the end of the day, really, do you want these people na maging Debbie Downer, yung to pull you down, 'di ba? So
mm.
no, you get to choose. Like, run, takbo ka na lang, wag mo na lang pansinin,
Oo,
right? So, and then the happy part is that now I have Filipino friends who are very nice and loving, na very supportive of my business, services
mm.
ko. Kahit na kaibigan ko na sila, pag nagpa-Reiki sila, pag nagpa-life coach sila, talagang they pay you. Because that's what I do,
Hmm.
right? I,
You do it
kapag hinar ko
for a
sila,
living, eh.
yes, oo. Pero kasi na-experience ko din yung, "Uy, libre mo na lang ako." Or meron pa nga diyan, binigyan lang ako 10 cents.
Alam natin 'yan. Pero ano naman yung something na nami-miss mo sa Pilipinas?
Ano ba yung nami-miss ko? Santol.
Santol, oh my gosh, ang sarap niyan sa
No joke,
asin.
guys. No joke. Alam mo, umuwi ako ng Philippines, na-miss ko yung santol, yeah, at saka yung kare-kare ng mama ko. As in
Mm.
talagang nag-request ako sa mommy ko like, "Mom, uuwi ako, 'di na kita su-surprise. I have to let you know already para magluto ka ng kare-kare." So pinagluto ko talaga siya ng kare-kare. But the
Oh, ang
truthfully,
sarap.
kung ano yung nami-miss ko sa Philippines, to be honest with you, I miss my family and my relatives. I miss my
Mm,
cousins. I miss my sisters. I miss my brother. Na-miss ko yung mga pamangkin ko. Kasi, before I left, meron kaming Sunday, get together. Lagi ako nagluluto, lagi ako nagpe-prepare ng food, lagi akong, kasi I studied culinary din in the
mm,
Philippines. So, syempre, pakitang-gilas ako, nagluluto ako palagi.
mm.
So yeah, so we love gathering every Sunday. At saka kasi hindi kami palagi nag-aaway-away, magpapamilya. So hindi kami yung tipo ng tao na, "Ay, ayokong pumunta sa'yo kasi toxic ka. Uy, ayoko makita si ate kasi ganito siya." Hindi kami talagang Sunday, kay Jenny tayo. Next Sunday, kay Tita Jane tayo. Next Sunday, kay Mama tayo. So kay Kuya, ganun. Talagang lagi kami magkakasama. And
Wow.
then and then dito, wala, dalawa lang kami. And then we have the dogs. So na-miss ko yun at you know what, Chrissy, this is so funny. Dahil sanay ako magluto ng marami, 'di ba? I always cook a lot here. And I forgot na dalawa lang pala kami. So lagi ako nagluluto ng marami. My partner was like, "I don't eat leftover food." Wala kang choice. Adobo 'yan. Masarap yan the next day. But yeah,
Nakaka-benefit naman ba yung mga neighbors mo sa
yeah.
mga niluluto mo?
Oo. Yes, that's so true. So now, that's what I'm doing now. Like I invite my friends, lagi ako nagluluto, lagi ako nagpapakain dito. Kasi parang for me, yun na lang yung outlet ko. Yun na lang yung feeling ko of like togetherness. So nag-Christmas kami dito, nag-Chinese New Year kami, nag-Thanksgiving, nag-4th of July. Kung anong merong ano,
Wow.
kung anong merong events or opportunity to invite them, ginagawa
Mm,
ko. Yeah.
that's
So
good.
like last time, yung 4th of July namin, we're like 30 plus here, 6 families, iba't ibang lahi.
Nice. I love it. I love it when yung mga bisita mo sa bahay is multicultural din, 'di ba?
Yes,
You get to share each
oo.
other's culture and iba
Yes.
rin talaga. And actually something na nami-miss ko rin sa Pilipinas is yung family ko rin. Alam mo, tsaka ko lang
Oo,
na-realize how close I was with my family nung nag-move na ako sa States. Kasi kapag nung
oo.
nasa Pilipinas pa tayo, 'di ba, we don't really realize how close we are, 'di ba? Kasi normal lang siya
Yes,
sa'tin, 'di ba? And then
correct, oo.
nung lumipat na ako dito sabi ko, "Hala, nami-miss ko yung mga pamangkin ko na makukulit." Alam mo yun? Kahit na 'pag
Oo.
inuutusan mong bumili ng something sa tindahan hindi na binabalik yung sukli, okey lang yun, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba? Pero pero
True.
ngayon wala tayong gano'ng klaseng family here in the States, eh. Actually, isa yan sa mga naging struggle ko din before, especially yung mga friendship na meron ako sa Pinas. Pero I realized na what I had in the Philippines is it's not something na I can find here in the States kasi magkaiba. Yung mga friends ko dun ibang-iba and iba na rin yung mga friends
Correct.
ko dito. Similar to you, I have Filipino friends, I have Korean, Indian friends, and white friends. Most of my
Yeah,
friends are actually white and, you know what? Friendship is not about your ano, eh, your nationality, anong kulay ng balat mo, 'di ba? Kung
correct.
sino yung
No,
maka-vibe
yeah.
mo, kung sino yung makasundo mo, yun na yun, 'di ba? Yun yung tribe mo. Yeah, and I'm
Alam
glad
mo,
na go ahead.
go ahead. You go
Ay ba
ahead.
I just wanted to say I'm glad na you have your partner, 'di ba? At least kahit na dalawa lang
Yes.
kayo pero you have a best friend, 'di ba, na napagsasabihan mo.
Sobra,
Kasi mas
sobra.
worse kapag mag-isa ka
Yun.
lang, 'di ba? Mahirap yun.
Yes, sobra.
Mm.
Sobra kami mag-best friends na talagang jive kami, yung tipong paggising mo sa umaga, "Tara taho tayo," or "Tara mag-barbecue tayo sa park." Tara, very simple, okay. So, ang isa sa mga na-miss ko is my friends.
Hmm.
Ang dami kong kaibigan sa Philippines. I mean, marami akong grupo but then very few are like really, really, really my good friends. And yun yung mga kaibigan ko na nung bumalik ako sa Philippines, sila mismo winelcome nila ako. And I'm so very blessed to have friends na kahit hindi kami nagkikita, we continue to, kumbaga, in spirit. Nag-uusap kami, ano to, via text, may group kami. Pagdating ko, talagang, alam mo yun, meron kami Christmas party. And sobra akong naiyak kasi hindi ko na-expect. And I thought, pagkaibigan mo, tapos na, you're done, right?
Hmm.
So, marami akong kaibigan na gano'n. And then, of course, yung mga high school friends ko, na kahit na hindi na kami nakapagkita nung umuwi ako, every time nandito sila, they visit me. At saka lagi kami nagtitext. So, I think what happened was, kapag nagtagal ka na ng kaibigan ng more than 7 years, I think they're really like your family. No?
Mm.
Iba na yung relationship mo sa kanila. And I have friends here na 7 years na kami magkakaibigan and we're
Mm.
still friends dito sa Amerika. So,
Mm.
I'm really appreciative sa mga taong katulad ng mga kaibigan ko ngayon na, at pag binanggit ko kasi yung isa, magsiselos yung isa. Sasabihin niya, ba't hindi mo ako shout out? You know? So, wag na lang natin,
Wag na
i-check mo
lang.
na lang yung, mo na lang yung Facebook ko. Ano na lang, kuha ka na lang ng picture doon sa Facebook ko, and then ipakita mo na lang sa kanila yung
Yung mga mukha nila.
ito yung mga kaibigan niya, 'di ba? So, it's amazing. It's a fun life, ang gusto kong somehow na truly may express, since you ask about like who I really miss, the culture itself, yung mga taong laging nakangiti, yung
Mm.
kultura, yung naghihirap na masaya pa din. Alam mo yun?
Exactly. Kahit alam
Na-miss
kasi
ko yun.
bumabagyo, today 'di ba, as of this recording, bumabagyo sa Pilipinas. And alam mo ba, nag-aano pa rin sila, may napanood ako na video na baha na alam mo nag-i-skimboard pa sila sa baha, 'di ba?
Oh my
Nag-iinuman pa
God!
sila sa baha, 'di ba gano'n ang kulturang
Yes!
Pinoy, eh, laging
Yes!
nakangiti kahit na may problema.
Oo.
As we
Yes,
wrap up,
yeah.
I want you to give an advice or encouragement sa mga Pinoy ngayon na nag-work abroad na nahihirapan sila
Mm.
in general.
Okay, so ako number one sa akin is don't give up. Don't give up. You have to be consistent. Uh, there is a process kung uh, paano ka magiging successful. Number one is ano ba talaga yung how do you define success? Ano ba yung definition ng success sa'yo? Successful ka ba financially? Successful ka ba sa time mo? Successful ka ba sa mga taong natutulungan mo? Successful ka ba using your energy wisely? Successful ka ba na, yung pamilya mo is healthy? So, all of these things are very important to understand. But at the end of the day, isipin mo muna yung sarili mo. You have to
Mm.
take good care of yourself. You have to understand your needs. Na you cannot say yes all the time kahit hindi mo na kaya. And karamihan ng mga Filipinos dito, hindi sila nakakaipon, guys. Yung pamilya ninyo, and I'm telling you now the truth, ang pamilya ninyo hindi nakakaipon kasi inuuna nila yung pamilya nila sa Philippines. And I know a lot of people who is going through the same situation. Nagkaroon nga ako, Christy, na expose and express. So marami akong naging guess na ganito ang naging sitwasyon, no? So you have
Mm.
to also like be considerate sa mga pamilya natin. So like I said, ang advice ko sa mga taong nandito who really wants to be successful in life, na tanungin niyo yung sarili ninyo, bakit kayo nandito? Ano yung inspiration ninyo? Don't get me wrong, it's okay to take care of our family. Ganyan ang ginawa ko di ba? Mga anak ko, pamilya ko, I did. Pero tulong-tulong tayo. Hindi natin pwedeng akuin lahat.
Mm.
So, unahin mo yung sarili mo, magkaroon ka ng savings dito dahil ikaw nandito ka. Yung iba pa sa inyo, mag-isa lang. Imaginein mo, yung pamilya nyo, merong bahay, ikaw nakatira ka sa care home, ikaw nakiki-roommate ka. Pero meron kayo meron kang bahay sa Philippines na hindi ikaw ang nakatira, 'di ba? Meron silang mga health insurance. Ikaw wala kang health insurance dito. Paano pag may nangyari sa right? So unahin natin yung sarili natin na mag-ipon din tayo para sa atin, hindi para pang emergency sa Philippines. Yeah, maging masaya ka, gamitin mo yung pera mo na you have to like spend it wisely. Masaya ka, gamitin mo para sa'yo. Kumain ka sa masarap na restaurant, bumili ka ng ganito, pagandahin mo yung kwarto mo. Take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, ini-enable lang natin yung pamilya natin sa Philippines na hindi rin sila maging successful. Dahil kasi
Mm.
pinoprovide natin lahat.
Mm.
But if we are going to talk to our family there na, kailangan ko munang unahin yung mga anak ko, kailangan ko munang unahin yung sarili ko, and alam mo, maiintindihan nila kayo. If there's anything, magiging respectful pa sila sa'yo. Kasi naging honest ka, hindi mo sila pinag-isipan na papagdamutin mo sila. You know? So, I think for me, number one is to not give up on yourself. Continue with all your dreams. Do it. Huwag kang matakot na hindi mo gawin. And if you are in the Philippines right now na gusto mong makarating dito sa Amerika, and you have ways and you have the means to follow your dreams, gawin mo kahit na Singapore, kahit Hong Kong, kahit saan pa yung lugar. Dubai, kahit saan pa yung lugar. Follow your dreams. Huwag niyong tigilan. Keep on moving until one day yung success na hinahangad ninyo, you're already living that life.
Mm.
You're already like living that life. You are already experiencing a life with ease and grace and flow. And pag inuna nyo sarili ninyo, puno na ang kaban ninyo. It's okay to share, not to give it all. I-share nyo lang. Share your
Mm.
blessings to others. Kung meron kang $100, 60 sa'yo, 40 sa kanila. Yung 60 na yon, savings yan ha. Out dun yung mga expenses ninyo dito sa Amerika or kahit saan lugar. Yung mga damit ninyo, pambili nyo ng sapatos, damit, pambili nyo ng pagkain ninyo, iba yon. kapag may natira ka, ganyan ang gawin natin. 60% savings mo, 40% itulong natin sa pamilya, walang masama. Yeah?
That's good. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
maraming mga Pinoy na makaka-relate dito kasi marami talaga ako nakikita na lalo na sa threads, 'di ba, ang dami nagpo-post na miss na nilang makauwi ng Pilipinas, hindi sila makauwi kasi wala silang, pera pang-uwi and yung iba naman nahihiyang umuwi kasi wala silang mga pasalubong and
Oh
all.
my God, true.
Mm,
As
'di ba?
in, 'pag umuwi ka, kailangan meron kang I mean, to be honest, karamihan ng mga nangyayaring ganyan sa mga provinces pa, 'di ba? Understandable siyempre kasi mahal natin yung pamilya natin, eh. Pero naman imagine niyo naman guys, yung pamilya niyo nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa, hindi makauwi sa sarili niyang bansa dahil nahihiya siya dahil wala siyang dala. Dapat kayo naman na yung magpakain, 'di ba? Magpa-fiesta kayo kapag nandun na.
'Pag taga-probinsya pa naman 'no, isang buong taon.
Barangay.
Kasi 'pag sinasabi na ano, alam mo naman yung mga parents 'di ba, 'pag may anak na nag-abroad na, "Oh, yung anak ko i-a-announce yan sa buong
Oo,
town o sa buong barangay na, 'Uy, anak ko pauwi na," ganyan-ganyan. So,
true.
ayun. So, pressure na dun sa anak na pauwi kasi alam nila na sila yung
I know.
magpapahanda, magpapalitsyon. So,
But
but
you know
alam mo
ano, real talk lang talaga 'to 'no. I like
yun
the
lang
title,
talaga.
Pinoy Diaries Abroad.
Mm,
Pinoy Diaries Abroad. Real talk lang guys, hindi tayo nagiging rito, yung ipokrita ba. We're just really like telling the truth. Na I hope that you guys will learn something also like how to be humble, how to understand, both ways. Kasi alam nyo, hindi madali dito sa ibang bansa, lalo na yung alam mo kahit yung mga nasa yung mga nasa barko,
mm.
I I'm a life coach here in the US, okay? Life coach ako dito, so I talk to a lot of people, Filipinos, sari-sari. And kung ano ang nararamdaman nila when ever na nagkakaroon ng homesick na 'pag malayo ang pamilya. Iba kasi 'pag pamilya guys, iba kapagka malapit ka, iba 'pag kapitbahay mo lang, iba 'pag nasa
Mm.
kabilang kwarto lang. 'Pag malayo na, kapagka yan tinamaan na yan ng lungkot, hindi mo na yan magagawang tumawag sa telepono kasi humahagulgol na yan. And I
Mm.
experienced that, guys. Hindi ko magawang tumawag sa mga anak ko dahil kasi iyak na ako ng iyak. And I don't want my children and even my parents, my mom and my dad, my siblings, na maramdaman nila na ang sama na nararamdaman ko na hindi ako masaya or anything like that. I have to keep it to myself. Kasi ang role ko is I have to be strong. Pinili ko to eh. 'Di ba? So no one knows until I'm ready to share it to the world na, guys, katulad ngayon, it's easy for me to tell you na talagang dumating ako sa point na super Crayola ako, iyak talaga ako.
Mm.
Yeah, because I miss my children, but no one knows. Hindi ko tapos hindi pa ako puwedeng mag-iyak ng malakas kasi maririnig ng partner ko, 'di ba? So imaginin mo magliligo ka habang naliligo ako, may shower, do'n ako umiiyak. Do'n ako umiiyak. Do'n ako like, I miss my kids. Gano'n kalala. Pero paglabas mo okey na.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Imaginin mo
Pero
very positive pa akong tao, What more yung
oo,
mga hindi.
exactly, exactly. And like you, I'm an extrovert person, I'm a very positive person, pero hindi tayo ano, hindi tayo nai-spare sa depression and loneliness, 'di ba?
No, hindi.
We
Yes.
experience those things kasi tao lang din tayo, pero believe din ako sa mga Pinoy na nasa abroad kasi nag-abroad talaga sila for their family, most of them. And most of
Yes.
them, it may not be because of their families, pero they have their own goals, 'di ba? So, pero alam mo isa sa mga character talaga ng mga Pinoy na gustong-gusto ko is resiliency, 'di ba?
Yes.
Na
Oo
kahit
'no?
mahirap na ang buhay, sige kahit kanin tsaka toyo na lang 'yan, go lang basta
Yes.
laban pa rin sa
Yes.
buhay, 'di ba? And the same
Correct.
character na apply natin dito sa kung nasaan man tayo ngayon.
Mm.
So, thank you so much for the advice that you gave sa mga Pinoy na nandito sa abroad ngayon kasi
Thank
they will
you
really
so
be able
much.
to relate to that. But anyway, before we end, I want you to promote yourself kasi you're a business owner, as a fellow business owner. I want this to be your platform as well to give value to other people.
Yeah. Matutuwa kayo dahil kasi dito sa Amerika, spiritista ako. At a very young age, ito na talaga ako ever since the Philippines, no? So here in the US, I have a business and it's called Purple Light Healing and Coaching. So obviously, when you hear the healing and coaching, it means like I'm towards like healing other people holistically and wellness. So Reiki master teacher, it's an energy healing that kind of like derived from Japan. So you can go and check my website if you want to learn more about Reiki. And as a certified life coach, people talk to me about their problems and whatnot. I did study cognitive behavioral psychology and everything else, but I chose to be a life coach kasi mas gusto ko na medyo family and friendly approach. And I'm a meditation teacher as well. I teach people how to really like embody peacefulness and calmness kasi kailangan natin yon. We have to be strong emotionally, mentally, spiritually so that the body is also strong, di ba? Lalong-lalo na um, you have to work and work and work dito sa Amerika, right? So karamihan ng mga clients ko are in the medical field. So I'm very proud and happy about that na lahat talaga tayo, we need someone, 'di ba, in our lives to help us and to assist us. And also, I'm also a business coach. I'm teaching people who wants to start a business. So go to my website, purplelighealingandcoaching.com, and then you can check whatever services I have there. And if I've missed something, you can ask me directly. You can send me an email or DM me. So I'm also like a retreat host. So meron ako mga retreat events sa Sedona, Arizona, and here in California. So just again, go to my website and check everything that we have there. Maybe may mga pamilya kayo na nandito rin na nangangailangan ng advice or na encouragement. I also do card reading. I'm a psychic. So alam mo naman tayo sa Philippines, di ba? Like usong-uso yun. Pero bata pa lang ako, I'm already gifted with that. So I'm part of my business and services here is galing pa sa Philippines. So in-embody ko lang siya. So what else do I do? Meron kami ditong spiritual home dito sa California, sa Concord, California. And, like I said, kung meron kayong pamilya who needs help, but just like may kausap and whatnot, we have other practitioners here that they can help them as well, that we can assist, that who can assist you. Yeah. So ito yung office ko. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, feng shui master din pala ako. Yeah. I do
You do
feng
a lot
shui.
of things.
Yeah. So anything spiritual. Yeah. Because I do a lot of things. 100 clients a month is not a joke. So
That's a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So naka-waiting list na yung mga tao. And then by the way, a lot of my sessions now are group. So yung one-on-one ko nililimit ko na because there's too many people who needs our services. So if you wanna attend the group meditation, kahit nasa Philippines pa kayo, kahit anywhere in the world you are, guys, come join us. Especially go join our group kasi we give free meditations, free healing. It's not all about money, guys. It's not all about money. Mabilis yan if positive ka. Yeah, if talaga ang mindset mo is positive, mabilis makakuha ng pera. But then ang importante is to serve you guys. So what do you really want? Yeah, what do you want? Yun.
I love it.
Thank
I
you,
will include
Christine.
all the links in the YouTube description. But I appreciate your time today, Jenny.
Thank you
Ang
so
sarap
much.
ng
I
kwentuhan
appreciate you.
natin.
I know, right?